Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make some on-the-go breakfast recipes just in time for the start of school. So our first recipe is going to be chocolate peanut butter oatmeal cups. And I am getting my bananas ready right now. You're going to need 3 overripe bananas, mashed, and I gotta get that going. Try to remove those strings so that because they're bitter. You can't, but you need to try. Okay. Wipe my hands off real quick. Okay. So these are overripe, but they're just freshly overripe. So they still kind of have a little bit of stiffness to them. But you should be able to get them mashed in no time. This is going to be a dump and go or a all-in-one bowl type recipe, so it should be pretty simple to throw together. Y'all will be proud of me. I went out and bought some real maple syrup just for this recipe. You need to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees so that it's ready. And these can be made ahead of time. You'll just wait till they cool and then you'll put them in Ziploc bags so that the kiddos can grab them and go. Alright, so we're going to put together some bananas. We also need 2 large eggs. I'll wipe my hands off again. And then we're going to put some unsweetened almond milk in this. And you're going to need about 2/3 of a cup. And then 2. Alright. Some peanut butter. We're going to try to eyeball it. That way I don't have to dirty a measuring cup. So I need about 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Natural's always best, but I just have regular Jif right now, so that's what we're going to use. Trying to make sure I get this about right. Alright, that's about right. Okay. And we need 1/2 cup, I'm sorry, 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. I'm going to use this 1/2 cup measure, so we just need 1/4 of a cup, so we just need half of this. Okay. Some vanilla, about a teaspoon. And I want to get all this mixed together first. I need a whisk, most likely. Okay. Whisk all this together. Now it's extremely wet right now, but we do have to add oatmeal. And I don't remember if I ever even said what this recipe was. It's chocolate peanut butter oatmeal cups. I don't even remember saying it, y'all. Okay. It's not the best, but it's combined. All right, so I'm gonna take my baking powder. We need 2 teaspoons of it. And I want to make sure that I get the lumps out. 2 teaspoons. And then 2. And then we also need some salt. We just need a little bit of salt. Alright. So, and I don't think I got all my syrup out of this cup either. Let's see. I have a small whisk and we'll try to I just want to make sure, because I know that baking powder is really bad about having those little lumps. And I want to make sure that they're not in there. Alright, so I'm going to go add the salt and the baking powder to my mixture. Okay. I'll set this aside. Make sure y'all can see. And now we're going to add 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. Okay. That's 2 cups worth. And we're going to get ready to put in our chocolate chips, but I want to combine all that first. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm going to go ahead and get those ready. Okay. So stir in your oatmeal. You can smell the peanut butter. Oven's already preheated and waiting. Make sure this gets off the spoon. It's not stuck. Okay. And a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. We'll throw those in real quick. Okay. Now, I've got my little muffin tin, and I am going to see. All right, I'm going to use my 1/4 cup measure, and I'm going to do this because I think it'll be a lot easier. And I had bought some plain cupcake liners to use for this recipe. I realized I had got the wrong size, so I'm having to use my bright colored cupcake liners that I usually use for just, you know, just random. Not necessarily a season or anything. These look really cute in some fall cupcake liners. Alright, this is only supposed to make 12, I think, but It's definitely got to make more than 12. All right, 1/4 cup. That sure really helps. All right, there we go. 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, and they have to cool before I can serve them. But when they come out of the oven, I will surely let y'all see them. Be back in a few. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. I'm just gonna let them sit here and cool off. But you can take these and after they have cooled completely off and put them in Ziploc bags and store them in the fridge for a few days. And it'll be more of a healthier, not healthy, but healthier alternative. And it's got oatmeal in it, and it's got banana in it, and we used almond milk instead of the regular milk. So you do have some things there that will fill your kids up, stay with them longer, and they can take it with them. Okay, let's do our next recipe. Hey y'all, welcome back. This recipe is another one of our breakfast on the go recipes. This is, what I'm making is some breakfast burritos. This is some sweet red pepper that I just chopped up and put in it. You don't have to put that in it. Or you can just use bell pepper, either one. But I am sauteing a few of these. Just add a little bit of color and crunch to my eggs. So I'm making about a dozen eggs right now. And a lot of people could be intimidated, I guess, by breakfast burritos, but they're really just scrambled eggs on tortilla. There's nothing. And scrambled eggs to me is just like an omelet that went wrong, you know. So I'm going to let this heat up a little bit. And I'm going to add bacon bits to this. I use real bacon pieces that I buy, but you can use crumbled bacon or you can use cooked sausage. Whatever meat you put in it needs to be cooked beforehand. Either by you or comes that way, which, you know, whatever. So the quickest, easiest way would just to be put some bacon bits in there, real bacon pieces from Walmart. I use them a lot in cooking, not just on salads, but in all kinds of things. And it's just really easy and really simple. And most kids like it. This is our Breakfast on the Go series, particularly for back to school. So I'm going to just finish cooking this out. I try to get it almost done before I put the bacon in. And then as far as cheese and all that, we just leave that for the person that's making themselves a burrito. But you could go ahead and put the cheese on after these are all the way cooked. They're just sitting in the pan, the filling is. I am going to get a tablespoon because it's easier for me to make this that way. Okay. So we're just going to add, this is 12 eggs. So I'm just going to add, I just want the essence of bacon. I don't want tons of bacon. So about a 1/4 cup or so, just depending on you, maybe not even a 1/4 cup, maybe more of an 1/8 cup. And then you just keep stirring. But I wait till everything's almost done before I add something like that. And then that's all. All right, let me finish cooking this and then I'll show you assembly. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I've got the medium-sized tortillas, soft tortillas. These are the soft taco style, but you can use the smaller ones if you want to not have so much tortilla, I guess. But the bigger the tortilla, the more it'll hold. Oops, I almost forgot my cheese. So I've already put sour cream on this. And some cheddar. You don't really need much. And I'm just going to put a little bit of salsa. Not much, because I don't want it to make a huge mess. So what I would do, this is not typically how I roll them up, but that way they can be taken with them. Now, this is something that you would do first thing that morning. You know, if you had to make it that morning, you know, whatever. But you would fold it like a burrito otherwise. Just like this. So tuck in the ends and then fold it like that. And then that way you can put them in the fridge for the whole week. But that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. Oops. A little bit over. Alright. So, this is our breakfast tortilla with bacon. And like I said, you can make them with any meat or leave that out. It's fine. Let me see if I can... There we go. Okay. So let's move on to our next breakfast on the go recipe. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to work on some more real take and go or real quick and easy breakfast situations or recipes. Okay, so today we're going to do what they call sausage pancake bites. So you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You're going to go ahead and take your pancake mix and water and go ahead and mix those together. And this is really, really simple. Real quick, easy dump and go recipe. We're going to go ahead and add cheddar cheese to this. And our syrup. And then once we get it in the muffin pan, we'll add the sausages. Now, the sausages I made were these here. Because I could not find pre-cooked. So, pre-cooked ones, you don't have to cook ahead of time, of course. But you will have to... Well, no, you don't even have to do anything. If they're pre-cooked, you won't have to do anything. You'll just have to cut them into 4 pieces, each length. And you're going to need 12 of those. Mine, I went ahead and cooked and went ahead and cut them. Got those ready. And then I'm using a protein pancake mix. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I guess we'll figure it out. And I'm going to need about a cup of cheddar cheese. I'm going to add that to the batter. So a cup of that. And then you're going to need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And you're going to add all this in. To the batter. Okay. Now, I've got my oven preheating. And I went ahead and got my... Now, you can use a mini muffin tin, but I'm just going to use regular size because my mini one drives me nuts trying to clean it. So, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to probably use this little 1/4 cup measure to fill up the cavity on the pan. So you're going to do about half, and these are extremely wet now after the maple syrup. So about half. And then after I pour them in, I'll go back and check any of them and see if we need to add more. I'm trying to see how many of these will make. It's supposed to make 48 mini ones. So that's a good mini. probably put these up after you've cooked them and cooled them off and everything. Probably put them in the freezer or in the fridge and save them for all week, because this is like a back to school video. Quick breakfasts that we can take with us, or that's already ready ahead of time. Okay. Let me clean it up just a little bit. I always go through and try to clean it up just a little bit. Okay. Wipe my hands off. So you're gonna take, I think it's just one. Let's see. Yeah. One piece of sausage per muffin. And this not being minis, I may have to add 2. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just do 2 since it's full size? Full size muffins. And then you're going to stick this in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. Shouldn't take long. And then you're going to want to kind of push them down into the batter. So 12 to 15 minutes, 400 degrees, and I'll be back here in a few. Okay, y'all. So this is the finished product. Some of them I was lucky enough to get completely covered. Some of them not. But I don't feel like that's, you know, that big a deal. Some of you may, you know, don't like that. But I'm fine with it. Here, let me open one so we can see what it looks like. So basically, I don't see, you know, it's really good little take with you breakfast. It should fill your kids up, and it should store well in the fridge. I would make just enough for a few days, and then every few days make more if I wanted to do this again. But really quick, really easy, really simple. Throw it all together, dump and go kind of take it with you breakfast. All right, so let's take a look at our other recipe real quick. Okay, y'all. So our next recipe is a mini egg muffin with bacon and potatoes, but instead of doing these mini size, you can always do that. That's not going to change anything. You'll just have to kind of watch it as you bake it. For the mini size, it's going to take about 20 minutes. It should take about the same amount of time, maybe a tad bit less for the larger ones. You just have to test your oven to see. But I'm going to do regular size muffin tin for this. You're going to need 3 eggs and 2 tablespoons of milk. You're going to also need to preheat your oven. Don't forget that, to 350. So 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of milk, and I'm going to use bacon pieces. And I already have my potatoes cooked. They're left over from supper last night. I just took those and chopped them up finer, a little smaller, not really fine, and just added them to it because I just needed a half a cup. But if you are cooking your bacon straight out of the pack and you are making your potatoes, you know, fresh or whatever, you can just follow the recipe, or you can just follow the video with any kind of leftovers you have, or if you're using the bacon pieces. So you're going to need a half a cup of diced potatoes. You're going to need a third of a cup of chopped onion. You're going to need a third of a cup of crumbled bacon, which is about 4 or 5 slices, and a third of a cup of cheddar. And I've also already salt and peppered these. So just add all that to it. Mix it all together. And this should make about 12 egg bites if they're mini. and probably half that if they're not. So we'll just kind of see. Sometimes it just depends on how much you're pouring in each cup. Okay, so I'm going to get my muffin tin ready and I'll be right back to show you the rest of this recipe. Okay, y'all, so it's time to put everything in a muffin tin, and I am looking for a small measuring cup, which I don't have, so that it won't be a huge mess, but I can't find one. So I just used this on our pancake bites. So I'm fixing to use it for the egg bites too. So I just sprayed half the pan because I don't know how many of these are gonna make. Like I said, these are full size. The recipe's for mini. So we'll see. I would assume 6, but I want to make sure before I waste my baking spray or my cooking spray, you know, whatever you call it. I think I have enough for like one more. So put the rest of it. Okay, it's way too much in one cup. We'll take just a little bit out and kind of move it over just a little bit. Hopefully it won't make a mess, huh? All right, let me get a rag, make sure it's all cleaned up. Okay, not perfect, but it'll work. So we're gonna put this in the oven for 350, and we're gonna have it done at about 20 minutes, and I will be right back here with the finished product. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product of those bacon and potato egg bites. They did perfect. 15 minutes is plenty of time, and they popped right out. I would probably double or triple this recipe. You know, that way you'll have enough for several days. So, you know, yes, you can make mini ones if you've got a pan that will cooperate. But if not, you can put them in a regular muffin tin, and they'll just be a little bit bigger. It's not that big a deal. But like I said, double or triple the recipe. That way you have plenty to get you through a week. But another really easy, simple dump and go breakfast. Perfect for back to school.